Hey students, in this lesson we're going to talk about average rate of change of a quadratic function. A quadratic function has x to the second power. Always remember average rate of change means slope. Whenever they ask you that, they ask you for slope. Slope is the formula y sub 2 take away y sub 1 over x sub 2 take away x sub 1. So we're going to need that formula. It says, given the function here, find the average rate of change from where x is 1 and where x is 5. X is 1 and where x is 5. So you need two ordered pairs. One x value is 1, other x value is 5. You need to figure out the y values that correspond to those x values. So looking at this function, to figure out those y values, I need to plug in 1 into that function. I need to plug in 5 into that function. The original function was alpha of x equals a negative x squared plus 4x, take away 1. I replace all the x's with 1. So we'll plug in negative 1 squared plus 4 times 1, take away 1. I'm also going to plug in negative 5 squared plus 4 times 5, take away 1. And you're going to do this with Desmos, so don't bother doing it by hand. You can type it directly into Desmos on the milestone. Let's go there now. So we'll go to Desmos. We'll type in negative, parentheses, 1 squared plus 4x plus 4 times 1, subtract 1. You do the exact same thing with the 5. So you just copy that. Replace those 1s with 5. So the first output was 2, and the second output is negative 6. So this is going to become 2. This is going to become negative 6. That means when x is 1, the output's 2. So 1, comma 2. When x is 5, the output is 6. So 5, comma 6. So I have two ordered pairs. From there, we're going to use the slope formula you've been using for a long time. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Subtract the y's on top of the fraction. So 6 take away 2. Subtract the x's on the bottom. 5 take away 1. So 6 take away 2 is 4. 5 take away 1 is 4. That slope is 1. So my slope equals 1. Slope means average rate of change. So my average rate of change is 1. What that means is, so let's interpret, that what that means is the slope is 1 in between 1 and 5. It just means slope is 1 in between 1 and 5. As you go from 1 to 5, it rises 1 and run 1. That's all it means. So that's how it looks that way. I can give it to you a different way though. I could give it to you and it could look this way. I could say find the average rate of change of the function on this interval. Remember those intervals are x values. Both are x values. So I gave you the first part of the ordered pairs. The x value is negative 2. X value is 3. And then you got to figure out the y value that corresponds to those. So I plug in negative 2 into that function. It's going to be f of negative 2. I replace the x with negative 2. So 2, negative 2 squared plus 4. And then f of 3, I replace the x with 3. So 2, then positive 3 squared plus 4. I can take this and plug it into Desmos to figure out the y values of those numbers. Going back into Desmos, I'm just going to type in 2, and then it's going to be times negative 2 squared plus 4. So that's the output at 2. We'll copy it and replace that 2 with 3. The negative 2. Replace the negative 2 with 3. The other output is 22. So the output are 12 and 22. So the first output is 12. Next output is 22. 12, 22 are the y values. So I got my two ordered pairs again. I got my x1, y1, x2, y2. And the slope formula is still subtract the y's on top, subtract the x's on the bottom. So 22 take away 10 on top. I'm sorry, 22 take away 12 on top. and 3 take away negative 2 on the bottom. This is going to be 10. 3 take away negative 2 means 3 plus 2, which is 5. 10 over 5 is 2. So my slope, or my average rate of change, is 2. So I could give it to you this way, or I could write it this way. I could say find the average rate of change on this interval, and it could say from 5 to 7, like this. Same idea. These are x values. X is 5 and x is 7. So one order pair starts with 5, the other order pair starts with 7. I need the y value that goes along with it. So I'm replacing that function, and replacing x with 5, so f of 5. And then it's going to be negative 5 squared plus 4 times 5, take away 1. And then f of 7, it's going to be negative, and then 7 squared plus 4 times 7, take away 1. I can plug this into Desmos too, so I'm typing it in now. So it's going to be negative, parentheses, 5 squared plus 4, parentheses, 5, and subtract 1. Then just take this same function and rewrite the numbers underneath the whole thing. And rewrite the number 5 with the number 7. So the outputs are negative 6 and negative 22. So negative 6, negative 22. I can find my slope. Simply subtract the y's on top. Subtract the x's on bottom. So it's going to be negative 22 minus negative 6 over 7 minus 5. And this is going to be a plus, so it's negative 22 plus 6, which is negative 16. 7 take away 5 is 2. That's negative 8. So my slope is negative 8. I mean, for every 1 that you run, you fall negative 8. Negative 8 over 1. For every 1 that you run, you fall negative 8. And that's what it means. Now, they could give it to you as a table, and we talked about that in the previous video. So I could give it to you like this. Find the average rate of change in this interval. This may or may not be quadratic. Remember, it works for anything. I'm going to use this order pair. This is x, and this is x. So x is 1. That's this place. X is 4. That's this place. So my order pairs are 1, 3, 4, 81. 1, 3, and 4, 81. So I can find the slope pretty quickly. It's going to be 81 take away 3, and then 4 take away 1. This is going to be 78 over 3, and whatever 78 over 3 is going to be the answer for it. You can plug in the Desmos, so you'll find a solution for 78 over 3. I think it's going to be 26. So that'll be average rate of change for that function. They may give it to you as a graph. It may say find the average rate of change on the interval 1 to 5. Remember, this is an x, that's an x. So here's 1 value, and here's a 5 value. 1, the output is at 65. That's order pair 1, 65. At 5, the output's 5. 5, 5. So I got 2 order pairs, just using the graph. So my slope, 5 take away 65 on top. 5 take away 1 on the bottom. This is negative 60 over 4, which is negative 15. That's my average rate of change on my slope. So they could have given you in any one of those scenarios, and that's how you find them. Right? That's how you find each one of those. That's all I have. You know enough now to finish the DLD assignment, the assignment I gave you today. However, if you don't quite understand it, watch the video again, and it may make better sense the second time. That's all I have. Good luck.